through their phones, tablets, and computers. The Florida Atlantic University study found that boys experience what scientists call digital dating abuse at slightly higher rate than girls. They define that abuse as using technology to repeatedly harass a love interest in order to control or intimidate them. Students gave these examples: a partner looking through their phone without permission, stealing their device, posting something embarrassing or hurtful about them online, or posting a private image online without your consent. President Trump's requesting a big increase to NASA's budget in the next fiscal year. NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine says he appreciates the administration's support because the agency is trying to send astronauts back to the moon by 2024.
One of the most noteworthy features of the 2021 fiscal budget is the $3.3 billion President Trump has directed for development of the human landing system. 2020 marks the first time we've had direct funding for a human landing system since the Apollo program.
Budget proposal is a 12% increase over the current year. Along with the lunar program, the budget request would provide funding for the International Space Station through 2025. Older adults who don't play golf might want to take it up to keep themselves alive. Researchers at the University of Missouri say playing golf as little as once a month can lower the overall risk of death for older people who don't engage in more strenuous activities. And they say that's not only because of the exercise, but also because of the social aspects of the game and the fact that for many people, golf can help relieve stress that could lead to serious health problems. Even though doctors recommend against sleeping in the same bed as your baby, a University of Virginia study finds nearly 1 in 5 infants sleep with their parents. Pediatrician Gina Posner with Memorial Care Orange Coast Medical Center tells KidX there's a lot of misinformation out there with people believing what they hear and read rather than what their doctor says.
So the biggest danger is suffocation. So unless you've seen a mom come in or a dad come in hysterics with their dead baby that we can't resuscitate, you won't ever forget that lesson that you should never bed share.
Posner says she dealt with the issue firsthand as a doctor, and it's something she says she'll never forget. County officials are giving their approval to the new California law that will allow independent voters in the state to change their party preference right on Election Day.
Orange County Registrar of Voters Neil Kelly says this new law is a beautiful thing.
It simplifies the process for voters. The majority of voters that come in that want to make a change probably might be doing it on a party level, and you just don't have to put them through this entire lengthy process to do that anymore, so it makes it much easier.
For the first time, people can change their party or address on Election Day at any polling place in the state and in the 2 weeks leading up to the March 3rd primary. Kelly says they're ready.
For us here in Orange County, we've been planning for this. We've been aware of this bill for some time, and we're ready to pivot.
Before, voters in the state had to re-register to vote and take a conditional ballot. Karen Adams, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Teacher unions say active shooter drills are a big problem in schools.
Many students are being subjected to scenarios that seem so real they can be traumatizing. So says the nation's 2 largest teacher unions.
Schools are for learning, and to have kids go back to that learning environment after simulation, it's not working.
That's Melissa Breimer with the UCLA Duke National Center for Child Traumatic Stress. She tells KNX students at the very least should have a warning.
These drills have to be announced. Some schools have done unannounced drills, and that causes significant anxiety as people are trying to figure out, is this a real emergency or what's happening at this time?
Breimer notes schools have proven for years that they can conduct fire drills without actually setting fires. Brian Payne, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Democratic presidential hopeful Senator Amy Klobuchar says she wants Attorney General William Barr to appear before the Senate Judiciary Committee. That story's coming up at the top of the hour at 7 o'clock. 6:55, traffic and weather together every 10 minutes at 5, brought to you by First 5 California. Here's Jeff Biggs.
All right, Sunday morning in the Sepulveda Pass, 405 northbound at Getty Center Drive. Emergency crews are still clearing up an earlier fatal crash. The cars are still in the middle of the freeway. Only one lane is open, the slow lane, and you have a lot of heavy backup right now through the Sepulveda Pass on the 405 northbound. Also a signal alert still in effect in Monrovia, 210 eastbound before Huntington Drive. This is another fatal car crash that was caused by a wrong-way driver. Only the right lane is open there as well, with the rest of the lanes scheduled to be closed until about 9 o'clock this morning. 210 westbound at Polk Street, there was a big rig, but that has been taken off the freeway, and there's just some flares on the side of the freeway there, so that's good. And with thanks to one of our KNX traffic tipsters, That three-car crash in Placentia on the northbound 57 at Chapman has been cleared. Did you know that beats, rhythms, and melodies are actually math concepts? Rocking your baby and patting his back while you sing a song helps him experience rhythmic patterns through sound and touch. More at first5california.com. Your next report coming up at 7:05. I'm Jeff Days with more traffic reports more often. KNX 1070 News Radio.
Spot this morning, then sunny and windy with highs today in the 60s and 70s, lows tonight in the 40s. Going to be partly cloudy and windy tomorrow with highs in the mid-70s. Currently 47 in Burbank, 49 in Torrance, 48 degrees in Anaheim. Among our top local stories right now, porn shooting in a library in Santa Monica during business hours. A lot of people are upset. And a vigil's been held for a teenage shooting victim in the San Fernando Valley. It's 6:57.
Guys, by now, you've heard the great news. If you wanted to try Viagra or Cialis, but were worried about the price, U.S. Pharmacy can finally give you the results you've been looking for. Why pay almost $15 per pill when you get the same results you need for less than $2? That's right. Call today and receive 66 blue pills or 66 yellow pills for only $99 plus shipping. That's less than $2 per pill and saves you hundreds from your local pharmacy. Why wait? Call 844-245-2994 today and finally have those moments you've been looking for again and again. Call 844-245-2994 right now and we'll rush your order discreetly packaged to your door. Just call 844-245-2994. That's 844-245-2994. Call 844-245-2994.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. Indeed will also give you the sticky frog, which will suddenly leap and stick to the face of the person.